Hi, this is Hannah Blaylock, nurse practitioner with Radiant Reflections, and this is part 2 of information on semaglutide. Today we're going to talk about different steps that you yourself can take when you're on a medication like semaglutide to best optimize your weight loss. And these apply to anyone trying to lose weight or just be healthy in general, not just if you're on semaglutide, but especially if you're on a medication like that. So, in no particular order, one of the first things that you want to do is prioritize protein. So increase your protein intake at every meal. Protein is important for so many reasons. One, protein is satiating, so it keeps you fuller, so you're much less likely to snack in between meals or overeat at your meals. It also helps to increase your metabolism, and it will also help to maintain your muscle. So you may hear some people talking about muscle loss on semaglutide, and sometimes that can happen if you're not taking the steps that you need to take. So protein is going to be a huge part of that. And well, it kind of depends. There's different factors that would control how much protein you need. But in general, I say that people need about a half a gram to 1 gram of protein per pound of ideal body weight. So not necessarily the weight you are at. If you're trying to lose weight, your ideal body weight, you want a half a gram to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So it ends up being more than you would think, and so you want to shoot for high protein items at every meal and high protein snacks. Keeping in line with maintaining muscle, one of the other things that you want to do is lift weights, lift heavy weights. That is super important also for maintaining your muscle. Also, the more muscle you build, the more fat you're gonna burn. So it is super helpful in weight loss. Sometimes I think even more so than the aerobic, but they are both important. But you want to eat protein, you want to do some heavy lifting, at least 3 days a week, 30 minutes at least 3 days a week of some heavy weightlifting is gonna definitely help you with weight loss and developing that body that you are hoping to have. One of the other things is drinking plenty of water. So water also is going to help with satiation a little bit. Your body needs water to burn fat. So if you're not giving your body water, it's going to have a hard time burning that fat and losing weight. It will help keep you fuller. It's going to help stimulate your metabolism. So you definitely want to be drinking a lot of water, and there's different factors that contribute to how much water you need as well. But at the very minimum, 64 ounces a day has kind of been the gold standard for a while. I think you need quite a bit more than that, but that is a healthy amount to at least start with. But pay attention to your urine. If your urine is not a light yellow, if it is dark yellow, you're not getting enough water and you need to increase that. So kind of pay attention to that as well. Some of the other factors that aren't necessarily diet and exercise related are sleep and stress. So sleep is super important when you're trying to lose weight. If you're not getting enough sleep, it can actually affect the hormones, ghrelin and leptin, that kind of control your hunger, your appetite, and fullness. So it can increase ghrelin, which is going to make you feel hungry much quicker, and it can decrease leptin, which means you're not getting that fullness signal as quickly as you would otherwise. And so it can increase how much you're eating. So sleep is definitely going to be important. And then stress management is also super important. When you are constantly stressed just day after day, your cortisol levels are super high. When cortisol is high, it's going to increase your blood sugar. It's going to increase your insulin, which is going to lead more to insulin resistance. It's also going to affect those hormones, ghrelin and leptin. So it does quite a bit. It's going to actually increase your appetite and slow your metabolism if you're consistently stressed. So keeping that stress managed as best you can, and that's not always easy to do. There are certain stressors we can get rid of, and there are certain things that are a part of life that you can't necessarily get rid of, but trying to find some coping mechanism for those stressors. So going for a walk, which is going to hit a couple of your things, your exercise as well as stress management, taking a hot bath, listening to music, watching a funny show, something that is going to just help you kind of chill out a little bit and relieve some of that stress is going to be huge when it comes to weight. So I'm sorry, I know I flew through those really quick. My last video was super long, so I was trying to keep this one shorter, but it looks like it's already about 5 minutes too. So if you have any questions, let me know. I hope y'all all have a beautiful and blessed day. Bye.